Texas over here. I got a very important question for all the people in Texas today. What is up with this heat? Oh my God, right? You guys don't mess around when it comes to hot weather. And I heard that everything is bigger in Texas, but I didn't know that meant the sun too. It's like you guys live right next door to me. My gosh, okay, OMG. Hey, earlier today, right now you have a chance to prove your energy level because this is the event of your life. And the energy that you bring to it is what you will get out of it. So you have a chance to prove your energy level because earlier today, Alicia taught you how to do a wave, right? And I saw what you guys did. Some of you guys went like this, you know, like kind of half-hearted. But I want you to give me the best wave you've ever done. So that means that when it's your time, right, we're going to go in the same order from 104 all the way to 126 and then down the middle. And when it's your turn, you get up out of your chair and you stick your hand as high in the air and you reach for the sky. Are you guys ready to do that? I think I'm gonna do a wave. We need a wavy song, right? Okay, Justin, you have a wavy song? You have a wavy song, Justin? What's a wavy song? Well, I see. Right? So I want to hear the clap from all the way up there.
Kicking off our category started at 18 personal campaigners tied to White 18, Asuna Ella Dan Wong, Kevin Chen, Cindy Boras, Ezekiel Fowler, and Tony Sanders. With 19 personal campaigners, BC Open Wally, Marketing Director Carmen Dean, Daniel Wagner, and Laura He's one of a kind. So I just want to tell you, everybody, this is to me is a lifetime achievement. One of the best.
Okay, some of you doesn't know me. Let me tell you how I done swan. Many years ago, I was a salesman. I sell karaoke machine. Karaoke machine. And I sell to a guy called Peter. And he never paid me. And then he told me to go to the office and collect the money. So I followed him and followed him. He bring me to 600 Moravian. I think what happened to this office is a BPM. They brought me to BPM and told me you'll pay me there. I sit here, listen to song for 1 hour, talking. When they come out, I couldn't find him to pay me. He left. He got asked me to go to BPM and tell him to put me. So finally, I said, this is really good. So I joined. After I joined, I don't know what's my upline. And I have to call 411 in Singapore to look for Sean Lee. You see that? How many Sean Lee will say I call, and nobody answer. Finally, there's a guy answer me. This is Sean Lee. Who are you? I said, I'm your downline. This is how I called in 600 region. I go inside the app. I signed the app under the guy called Peter. Because I'm a honest guy. I know upfront. I signed him, but he quit. Can you imagine? Take an offer and he quit. So he's still selling something, okay, somewhere. Right. So when I joined, I asked Son, what are we selling? Son said, we have product coming soon. I said, how soon? Soon. Let's go to Noodle. He bought me Noodle for 2 months. Every medium night, he bought me Noodle. Yeah. And then I say, what are we selling? He said, let's sell something good. I said, what? He said, alarm system. You know, people go to your home, beep, 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 beep. Alarm system at that time. I remember that 1992 beginning. I say, when we can sell some products, they coming soon. Let's go to Noodle again. He sold me a gym for 3 months and keep eating Noodle and keep eating Noodle. Until one day, Tom say, Alan, ready to sell. And I start selling. When I start selling, I'm so excited. I get an application, I run. After I get an application, I think, oh, I know how to sell. I'm an engineer. I know how to sell. I take the application, I go see a client, the country application, I bring it back to Sean, and Sean's so busy, I give it to Wow. Wow say, where is the signature? No customer signature. What's that? Oh, okay, go back to the customer signature, right? I think there's a signature. He said, cover your back, there's no signature. And then I go see the time 5 times. Finally, I get a check for $50. This is my first sale. It's like everybody goes to the same thing. I got the different income. I mean, most of you join the company 6 months to make money, right? When you go home, your wife lock the door, right? It happened to me too. I sit in the car overnight, a week. After 12 o'clock, no more door. Lock. Okay. So this is how we started. Never had the same problem. But we have to make the problem smaller and faster to get away. You're so lucky. Because when you join, there's an office everywhere, right? You know, when I first joined, I been forced to go to the first appointment. You know where is it? In San Francisco. Gary Street, in the basement. We go down to the basement, and then go down to the basement, and the leaking water from the bathroom. And then you have to have an umbrella to go inside the bathroom. This is how we do the first appointment with Sean. And then the most important thing is that Sean is wearing the pocket to everybody. he put all his in. And okay. You know, when I first joined, God asked me to say, we put anybody 3 feet away. I told God, my hand went 2.5 feet. Can I go to 3 feet? It takes jump. So in the very beginning, I learned how to be good at it. And after I be good, I say, okay, let's recruit a lot of people. And next thing what to do, after we recruit people, what to do next? Everybody tell me? Make money. You see, everyone's in this box, 9,000 people, everybody is your own businessman, business lady. When you join the company, first thing you need to do is what? Make money. Okay? Make money is very important because if you don't make money, you don't bring money home, your wife don't let you or the husband don't let you go out. See that, right? So that's the reason why I learned to make money in the very beginning. Let me show you. Very beginning. Okay, very beginning, this is very beginning. You see that? In the very beginning, you see my demo? Yeah. Okay. In the very beginning. Oh, the other way. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Okay. You see, I'm outdated engineer. Okay, outdated. You see, like beginning here, I do some sales. You see the last one, like 20 years ago. How much I produce a whole year? 4,000 a month. Only produce 50,000 a year. But at least I think 30,000 down home, right? So this is the reason why. Okay, because at that time, we don't have that much office, we don't have that much support right now. So at that time, 50,000 only money because the inflation right now more, right? So the first year, 50,000. For the second year. Oh, upside down. Okay, let me help. Okay, so this is a way. This is a way. Don't go ahead. Okay. 2002. No, 2002 was a production. 100,000, right? From 50 to 100, I doubled my income, right? So that's the reason why the first 6 months is a really tough for everybody in this home. If you go for the first 6 months, if you want 50 to 100,000, everything will be very smooth. I tell you, okay? So no, the third one, okay, 100,000, okay, and then keep going, and keep going. Yeah, keep going, comes up, okay, 100,000 right where? Okay, go to 120, right? Is it 120? What year? 2007, right? You know why? Because 2007, I have no more liability. My mom went sick, God. So I have more time to take care of business. Okay, so look, the 2008, my production goes to what? Almost $500,000, right? 5 times. Okay, and then 2008, no, 2008 here. 2008. Yeah, 2008, 492, right? Okay, 2009. Huh? Oh yeah, I was on vacation. And then, okay, 2011 goes to 770,000. Catch up. And then 1 million. See that? Personal, 1 million personal fund. 10 years ago. Okay, and never stop back. Okay, keep going. Don't show the knife. Okay, don't show the knife. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, and so this year, and last year, this year. How much last year? 2011. Pandemic, 2011. 2021, 117. And then last year, almost 1.3. Okay, this is the personal production. You see, now look at this is the personal production, right? What is this? Everybody about that. Who control your income? You yourself. Override is a bonus for your wife to go shopping. So override means that he doesn't take the money one go to shopping every week. Shopping is from override. You make money for your own family. You want to make money for your family. You build a team, override for your wife. She'll be more happy every night. Very important. Okay, now, second thing, it's called monkey see, monkey do, right? If you don't produce, see the override, your next level will see the override. So 7 generations see the override. You get nothing. So you have to do something, monkey see, monkey do. You make sales, your team makes sales. You make 10, the first they make 5. The second they make 3. Done. So everybody do something. That's the reason why. Okay, now let me show you my team. The first 100 people, 100. Oh, okay. So first. No, just. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The first one is my team. Oh, this is last year. Okay. Last year, January to December. Don't look at this year. This year not finished yet. Because this year, I have a lot of sales in underwriting. You know what? When I joined this company, my background is a production engineer. Production engineer means you have a lot of things lined up in the production line. Just like your factory, you have a lot of things lined up. Right? Just like your store, you have so many things lined up, right? For the customer side. My background is an engineer in production engineer. So I love a lot of product components for military, for everybody. So right now I like a lot of sales in underwriting. Right now I like in underwriting is 112 million face amount. 112 million face amount. Like up in underwriting, waiting for approval.
Wow.
So I go to church, temple, I go to temple too. Right? See, so everybody you can think about you're the businessman with this lady. You have something line up, have customer line up, have the sales line up, waiting for underwriting to approve. Okay. If they don't approve, ask the customer go back to better helpful. I believe then it's something Chinese medication. Come back next year. Yeah. If they're bone density problem, cannot qualify for long-term care, ask them to eat more bone. They're going to do some, eat all the hospital. Okay. Yeah. So this is what it tells me. So 112 million up to last week, some more this week. Okay. There'll be a lot of override for stock is on. Okay. So okay, now ready? Okay, see, okay, the first I'm gonna do first. Okay, I make the most in my team. The second one you know who, right? The third one you know who, right? The fourth one you know who, and number 5. Where's number 5? Over there, right? Can you stand up number 5? Hey, number 5. Okay. Number 6. Number 6 somewhere, right? Yeah. Number 7. Oh, wait till now somewhere, right? Okay, let's go to 100. Let's go to 100 because it's too many. I'm only 49 seconds. Okay, the top 100 make over 100,000. You see, 100,000 is nothing right now in inflation. 100,000 can even buy a car, right? The high model, 130,000, right? You can even buy 3 for the Tesla. No good. So you have to work double job, okay? So you see, this is the top 100, and then the top 50, okay? The top 200, the top 46. There's the last thing. The last thing only my small Toyota. You know, my top 200 engine is 49,000. Okay, Toyota's okay, right? Small model. Don't upgrade, okay? See, that's the reason why. Yeah, you have to work hard. Okay, let me show you something about work hard. Okay, work hard. Okay, put it this way. I know you're busy. Everybody busy. But can you see people every week? Every week. Okay. Buy them dinner, lunch, whatever. Go to church or temple together. And Indian temple too. Well, okay. So if you can see a lot of people every week, from all the people you see every week, can you close one family a week? One family a week, see a 5,000 target, right? Easy. Then every year you close almost 200,000 target. So how much you make? Over 100,000, right? One family a week. If you're lucky, you get two family a week. You make around close to 300,000 a year. Okay, the promotion, right? So that's very important. The most important thing, how come you see people you don't close? You know why? You know why? Because you go there by yourself and you don't think about closing the cake. You talk too much. When you go to people home, you talk too much. You know, when I go to people home, I time myself. In 5 minutes, no more talking. Only 5 minutes. I usually pick up mango or cake and cut the cake and they eat. And after they eat, you know why? All the time, when people eat, they relax. And every time they eat a cake, they used to say something, right? You go to a restaurant, after food, give them a cake as dessert. After dessert, you give them a meal inside, right? And after cake, I give them application. Easy, right? They say, what's that? I just excited, I tell you later. Right? You tell them later, anyway, right? Decide first, tell them later. Okay? Yeah. I tell you decide first, after it's decided, you hold on to it, you like it, you give it back to me. You don't let it complete. Right? This is easy, decide first. And then you keep talk until midnight, 11 o'clock, too late, and then give it to you and bye. Right? You have to know how to close case more efficiently. Don't get to the top until the 11 you go home nothing. And the door knock on your wife. Right? Yeah, very important. Second thing, okay, when you make a sale, okay, now put this way. You go to recruit people, right? You sell them a dream. You could sell the dream, right? You're going to make a lot of money just like some for me. A dream, long time ago. Right? But when you go recruit, you sell them a dream about the future. Okay? You know why I told the first day? When I first get my first recruit, I told my recruit, I want 11:30 at that time. The guy wanted to take me out. He said, Alex, I have to go to work in the morning. Can you tell me? I said, if you join me, you don't have to go to work anymore tomorrow. You join this company, you don't have to go to work anymore, right? No more alarm clock. So that's how we do it in the recruit. And recruit and sell have to come together. See that? But let me tell you, my personal secret. When I recruit, I sell a big dream. When I sell them a reasonable amount of policy they can afford and don't cancel. You got it? Most of the time, you sell a big policy, they cancel next month. Because it's once Christmas. Right? I used to have a big Filipino kids. I used to have in Hong Kong. and somewhere. And then I sell them something in October, excited. November, they don't pay. December, they want the money back. January, they cancel. So that was history 30 years ago. Right now, maybe 10. Okay, maybe 10. So I changed my mind. When you sell them a reasonable account so they do not cancel. You keep it. So you have 100% consistency. And then you can increase it. And so you keep the deposit in force. That's very important. Don't sell them too big, they cancel. They don't want to cancel, but they can afford it, right? You see that, right? Yeah, you sell them something affordable, then they keep it, they buy a bigger one. This is how they do it. Okay, this second one. Okay. So, second thing, you have to know how to build training. What is it? Okay, I don't mean fun. Fun's a good trainer. But some people know how to recruit, but don't know how to sell. Some SME become SME, but they may not know how to sell. They know how to recruit. So you need to look for another top seller that can sell. Doesn't matter they know how to recruit or not, but you want to close the case first evenly. You have to bring a top seller. Don't call me, I'm busy. But they can call me, we just say 149. Okay. Your first few cases is very important. Because if you close the first few cases, you're confident, you bring money home, everything will be very smooth. That's the reason why you can bring one of the top trainers in the book, maybe the upline, sideline, any line to close the case. For you, especially the first few cases, your job is to every week you have to turn in some case. If you turn one case a week, you make 100-something thousand a year. It's easy. So all the players can pay off. You see that? Like that's very important thing. Okay, it's closing case. Okay. One more thing. Oh, any question? Okay. One question, right? No big sales. Okay. Let's welcome to the stage, Pamela and Gwen, the greeters, and Brad. Give me the book of God. All right, shoot the guys. Come on, guys. Coming up soon.
WSB makes all of those efforts to establish a sense of home and belonging and community to refugees. And with that, thank you for inviting me. It's an honor to share our work. We have one of my favorite parts of the convention. Every time you watch a good movie or you read a good book, one thing that makes the story even more interesting is finding the backstory of the main characters, right? And you're sitting here in convention, you see a lot of great recognition, people achieving amazing things, but what is their backstory? What did they have to go through to be where they are? So the testimonial part, many times will make you laugh. Sometimes it will make you cry. But one thing that it will definitely do is inspire you. Okay? So can I welcome to the stage three amazing people that will give their testimonial. Michelle Hall, Deepu Patel, and Ben May. You guys come to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are we doing so far? Okay. So, I'm very happy, and actually every convention, just like my first convention, I did my feeling. And today I would like to share my WT journal. I have questions to whoever. I know today we have many new team members in the house. Maybe when you start a business, you will have this situation. You could not speak English fluently. Any one of you here that you cannot speak English fluently, and you sit here till morning until now and you cannot get anything? That was me before. Okay. Have young children and have full-time job. And then you feel like you have no time. Everybody, just talking you. You're crazy. You have no time. Full-time job for children. Why you get into the thing that you don't know where you get into? Here's half the people. And then have no spouse support. No family support and no friend support when you start a business. So I don't know how many of you, when you have this situation, what you're thinking, what your decision at this moment. Okay, either you think, oh, it's very hard for me, I cannot do the business. You quit. Or you say, oh, I have to make it happen. So I look to people that I can do it. So when the tough time happens, will the obstacle will break you or make you? So who that make that decision for you? Yes, yourself. It's not your spouse, not your friend, it's not anyone that will reject you can make a decision. At that moment, I make a decision that if I cannot articulate my work, talk with them, then I have to do it. That's why when you start a business, the trainer will ask you to do on the list of the reason why you do this. If you know exactly the reason why you make the business, no one can stop you. So this is my reason. First of all, my family. You know, we all here in morning until now are mainly just doing financial foundation for family out there. And the very first family that is happy is our own family. Right? It is my situation when I start a business. So profession, what happened and why 700,000? That's 10,000. Emergency fund about 5,000. Investment 20,000. Even though my husband have his business, I have my own business. We make money, but somehow we spend money a lot too. Because we don't get educated much about how to save first and spend later. Majority of us when we just spend first and whatever left over we save. But when I get in here, I learned that you have to save first whatever left over you spend. That's the reason why for the last 15 years, how much I contribute for my family. And then secondly, what I did visit delivery to our family, the lifestyle. So I'm here full time for about 10 years, and I have been doing my family travel around the world more than 20 countries so far. See the very first picture that my youngest is very little in swimming pool in Singapore, right? And now you see the last one and the smallest one in my family now. And then the income. So this is real or not? When the time testing, just like the pandemic, that will really, really prove to me this is for real. Because every day I go out to the field, talk to people out there. Majority of business out there, they get into a struggle. They closing the business, and even though they go to work, they have struggle at work. When they out there and plus the economy go crazy. But look at my income for the last 2 years again. So 2021, my income about 470. And through the numbers, my income grew like almost 200,000 the last year. So how many of you, when you saw the business? In 2007, my first check is 400 stock. Okay, and most I do it from part-time, and for the first 1 or 5 years in the business, honestly, I don't know about the system, nothing at all. But luckily, in 2012, April 2012, I made a phone call to our pastor. I got to interview about the system, and since like 10 years now. So for the last 15 years, that is how much I get paid from the membership. So what is my message to every single one of you, even though you don't speak English? Maybe you have been set to be a good career in here. So, and the purpose in life. I really want to be a very fair to my family. Especially my two sons in the area with me today. One is I started with when the young one 6 months old and the older one 3 years old. And now they are 18 and 15. Thank you. I want to build a financial independence for my family. Why this spirit to better life? If you ask my son, he knows for well that money is like a discount life. Okay, you have to fight for this. And then be a great leader. You know, when you think that a position of leader make you work like crazy, just like our mentor. You cannot give what you don't have. That's why when you want to give more, you have to add more value into yourself and know more, make more. That's why you can give more. So at position of leader, that you have to grow your leader mindset and build financial security for family out there. That is our job. Every single day we go out to talk about how we deliver this financial for family out there. And of course, the amazing thing that work with our team, we build together to achieve that goal, financial independence, and build a strong community. So I just want to script this story that really the strong community. All my children, they went to school, and one of the teachers just come to visit me last Friday before I came to convention. Asked for help for medical supplement, and after that, I just give her a book, saving future book. And guess what? Invite her to the workshop, and 2 days later, she called me to make a point. She said, Michelle, I've been a teacher for many years, and I don't get educated about finance. At age 65, I think that a need for our family. That's why, how do I sign up for it? Very simple thing. You just invite, rest out the message, invite them to the workshop, and they make decisions themselves. My advice to everyone, always be positive. Okay? Because I believe positive is just like me. When people say no to me, I never blame on anyone. I say that they don't understand me just because of me. That's why you have room to work on yourself. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who else will believe in you? And the main thing, if you want to successful in the business, no other option. Believe in the system. Learn how the system works, and especially you have to go to work. Many people, they just like Jenna just said, you have everything in hand to make it happen in here. But your decision, you want to go out to work or not. Our system is very simple and clear. In order for every single one of us can be duplicated. Massive number get. If you talk with one person, they say no, talk to 10, talk to 100, talk to 1,000. Whatever ratio it work for you, go for that. Massive number get. Don't quit. Be consistent, persistent, and work on the message. The results will come. I promise you, this system is designed for every single one of you. It's not for any special person here. And you get know when you're out to the field, which is very normal. Whoever join the visit and do out you all get yes, which is you abnormal. Okay? So that's all I just want to say. Thank you.
Good morning, WSC. Are you all super excited? Awesome. Me too. Because we can't do the big wave like Anisha said, like it was soup, right? So myself, Amanda, I am a proud team Roscoe member under the leadership of Joe Matthew and a proud member of World System Builder. So I joined this organization 7 years ago. I migrated to Canada 7 years ago from India. And within 2 weeks, I landed in Canada. I joined this platform without knowing anything. When I joined this platform and I spent the most for the AM, I didn't even know how I can pay the credit card with the next month because I didn't have a job at that time. That changed my family's life and my life too. And the reason came to the North America, I don't have much dreams or anything at that time. The reason for me is I do have a lot of debts back home, close to $200,000. So I didn't think I can pay it off if I was back home. And in my mind, I didn't have no clue or nothing I think about to go abroad from my hometown. So I have a strong need to go to abroad, and I have to take care of my family. So after that, like when I joined this platform, you all came here once, twice, thrice, or 4 times, or 5 times you are attending the convention. For me, in the beginning, it was a big miss for me because I didn't have get a chance to attend the convention. Because whenever I am trying to apply for the US visa, the government doesn't want me to cross the border because they rejected me. So after 5 times I applied, so Joe told me, people don't apply, wait for your citizenship. And without his knowledge, again the next day the convention registration started. Without informing him, I went to take the visa interview, then still rejected. So then as soon as I got the citizenship, the first day when the registration started for the convention, I registered, I booked my hotel, I came and changed that life, the business. And when we talk about when I initially, we all work for the money when we join this platform, but for me, right now, I'm not working for money. I'm a dreamer, I have a lot of dreams. So for me, the money is just a fuel to reach my dreams. And when we talk about the dreams, like so dreams are the one when you have not sleep. The true dreams are never late. And when you see the dreams once, it's just a dream. When you see twice, it becomes a desire. When you see the third time, it becomes a passion, aim, and the goal. And that's a passion that I have in business because I can't give up. Because I am the only income to my family. After my license, I became full time, and the family is looking on me. I can raise the complaints to them. I have to feed them. The people who tell the negativities to me, and I have dance for that. They will not take care of my family. They only say the negative. So I make up my mind. I stood up. I never raise the complaints to my leadership. So my goal, I have to. So when the last time I did my EMD, the last March I did my green jacket and $250,000, and my next goal to hit my CU and $500,000 before end of this year. So I have a strong, the goal here is a strong decision, right? So decide yourself to decide your future. Thank you all and see you all on top. Good morning, WSP. Who here is ready to build a new industry? Are you ready to change the world? That's why we're here today. My name is Bin Lee. I joined this organization 4 years ago. I sat up in the stand right over here, and being so inspired, just like many of you for the first time today, I made a decision to take this business full time. Can I have my slide, please? I'm going to share with you a bit of my story, because one of the decisions I made was one day I'm going to come in here and share mine as well. I just want to give thanks to God for allowing me to be up here in this great community. I am built by WSB. I am so privileged and blessed to be part of this community. We are all built by an environment, and we have the best winning environment right here at WSB. My parents are both immigrants. My dad is a Vietnam War refugee. My mom is from the Philippines. My dad escaped that war on a 30-foot long boat. And there was over 80 people in that boat. 1 week into his escape, the motor broke down. 30 days after, he drifted into the Philippines with only 16 survivors. I was never not reminded about how lucky I was to be born and raised in Canada. Any Canadians in the house, by the way? However, being born in this land of opportunity, we're often thinking about financial opportunity. Is that right? However, at the age of 17, I found myself cleaning gym floors with my mom to help her earn money. And there was one occurring thought in my mind, thinking to myself, I don't think that this is the life that my dad came here for. Many of you came to this country to win, to live better than you could back home. And I started to think to myself, what was I going to do to change my family's life? So just like many people, I was told to go to school, get good grades, and get a degree. You can keep going. I went to school in the United States because I was an athlete. I competed as a track and field athlete. I'm an NCAA Division I athlete. My first dream was to make the Olympics. And in order to fund that dream, because track and field is not a lucrative sport, I decided to start working. Although I was accepted to do my doctorate degree, I think most immigrant parents want their children to be doctors, right? Anybody with me on that? And although I was accepted, it was a financial decision I needed to make. Without my scholarship, with having to pay for living in downtown Brooklyn, New York, in a graduate program without an athletic scholarship, this was going to be a significant six-figure decision for me. And instead of taking that on, I started to realize that school never taught me about how money works. So I believe the best way to learn the game is to play the game. So I started to work. In my first career, I was in an outpatient clinical setting, assistant to physical therapists. And one thing that I noticed was that many of the patients I worked with got into car accidents. Car accidents do not discriminate whether you're young or old, rich or poor, healthy or not, whether it's your fault or not. You guys with me on that? It could happen to any single one of us. And I started to see the major discrepancy between the wealthy and the working class. And I started to think to myself, how many of these individuals cannot recover once they run out of insurance and savings money? And naturally, I started to think to myself, what would happen to me if I was in their situation? And it was not looking good. Thankfully, somebody introduced me to this organization. 4 years later, I'm proud to say, I know exactly what would happen if I'm not able to work. Not being able to fulfill my Olympic dream, I made a decision to do this business because I realized as an athlete, I could not help other people win to the same degree as myself. The better I got, the more I separated myself from the rest. But in this business, you can succeed by helping others achieve their freedom. This is the best business on the planet. I have over 50 people in the stands coming to this convention today from all over North America. And we have to play this game to win. Are you guys ready to win? We have to work like we're saving the world. You guys heard the International Rescue Committee, how much we're donating to charity water. The work that you do here are changing lives of people. You don't even know their name and they don't know yours, but you go into the field every day because you know the difference that you make. Let's work like we're trying to save the world because we can. Thank you. See you at the top.
Please welcome to the stage for our top 100 Emmy-based campaigners and producers, Dolly Yusukovic, with Vicky Kai, Ryan Liu, Mecca Yaduaduba, Napino, and Sangham Ruan.
Wasn't that amazing? Come on, let me hear you. What a best convention so far, right? How many of you see yourself on the stage? Come on, let me hear you. How many of you see yourself getting that license? Let me hear you. Empty us. Let me give you a secret before we start reading. You know what everything stands for? Making a decision. And I know today many of you make a decision and you're going to speak loud and proud and help yourself with that. So I want to ask every one of you to stand up and we're going to start with a mission for the MD. So let's go. Let me hear you clap like this. Okay? Let me hear you run. Come on, let me hear you. Everybody. Everybody.
Hi, at number 30, Vanilla Franco Penna, from 0 to 7. Avatar Fredo. Oloboyo, Daniel Webster, and Bridget O'Brien, all tied with 20 at rank 29. Lady Boy, Rock Azizi, Soler Malay, Dario Obama, Maybelline Carranco, Ernesto Carapulco, Alias Bonfire, Edwin Francis Aquino, Yaki Patricia. Hi, at number 28, with 22 centimeters in the base, Orbaugh, Christina Montalban, Dr. Shira. At 27, Sandra Pumpkin. Kathy Olendo, David Lopez, Intro Diet, Apollonia Uruguay, and Cyanide Heroin. Tied at rank 26, Amanda Boo, Godfroy Schumann, Alcide Hebrew, Lady Myers, and Terry Gwen with 24 computers in the base. With 25 campaigns in the base, ranked 25, Akosua Aromato, Yayi Agnelli, Cynthia Brookstrom, Deborah Bahu, Noemery Soriano Paul, Don Keenan, Umaru Ukiti, ranking at number 24, 26 campaigns. Colette Afonqua, Jose Valencia, Danny Conde, and Colleen Perez. With 27 campaigners, ranked 23, Agnes Oludebi, Beatrice Valderrama, Christina Bolari, Ethelbert Amechi, Joseph Lorenzo, Nikias Alenden, Josie Inaji, Adonis Limon, Armin Diaz, Gary Roll, Ryan Johnson, Tony Betsy, Sativa, Charles Lee, and Artist Steele, all with 20. I am number 21, Better Watch the Rest, Kevin Chan. Break is 30 campaigners in the MG Freestyle. Bridget Austria, Jeremiah Oljue, Lorena Rivas, and Maribel Rivera, rank 20. With 31 campaigners, Vicky De Luna and Jocelyn Garland. Tied at rank 18, Julita Fenner, our energetic Leach Jeffers, Sienna Ford, with 33 campaigners on base, Jill Rose, Mame McGursta, Shani Farmer. With 35 campaigns on the base, we have Melody Abebe, Olawi, tied at rank 15, Mahilda O'Hara Pinto, Mary Grace Hula, and Zelena Wolby. Tied at rank 14, Eben Checo, and Selby Oramaya. At rank 13, we have Fortuke Asres and Sheena Clark. Tied at rank 12, Faye Fernandez and Wendy Katsu. With over 40 campaigners in the MD Race Shop, Agar Akane, Lorraine Go, and Nikki Easton.
Elizabeth Manano. Number 9, we have Monica Escobar. Number 8, Athena Martinez. Wow, with 24 debaters. Number 7, Perez Batangan with 45 debaters. Number 6, we have Marie Grace Fernandez. Congratulations. Number 5, Armel Contreras with 47 campaigners. Wow. Number 4, Jean Gatinan, 51 campaigners. Please come on stage. Wow, let's start with number 3. Number 3, Raquel Coburn, 55 campaigners. Congratulations for changing lives. Wow, we have a tie at number 2. Tilano Mesake you're not walking on stage, that's too much. You gotta still stop walking on stage. Every pastor making a decision. And I know everyone's gonna make a decision tonight. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We're going to go for MD-based producers. Get ready.
Celebrating our top 100 indie producers with over 50,000 points. The new Matamanchi and Akeno Amagata, Christopher Gargo, Marissa Alberto from Canada, Lainey Meyer, and Lloyd Miley. With 55,000 points, 94, Henry Karikari, 93, Song Sung, 92, Tiki Laguna, 91, Price, number 90, Tony Mantine, 89, Nora Cabrera Tamora, ranked number 88 with 58,000 points, Leslie Savannah, 87, Stella Goldman, number 86, Joey Lynn, number 85, Eben Checker, over 60,000 points, Carlo Del Ludo, and number 83, Shabu Lumade,
Yeah, let's fly. Let's fly.
82, Randy Wynn,
You gotta imagine yourself on the screen.
number 80, Jill Rose, number 9, Victor Colina, 17, Justin Cole, and number 77, Molly Mill Joy. At rank 76, top 25, Andrew Walton, 24, Red Skin, number 73, Red Win, Michelle Holden, 71, at rank 70, Lorraine Bell, 69, Christine Jen Marcano, at 68, Odessa, number 67, Josephine Legacy, at 66, Nadine Costanza, and number 65, David Wu. With 66,000 points, Rosalie Rena Maramon. At rank 63, Janelle Macaram Pizza. Number 62, Maria Dominguez. At 61, Fanny Duke. Number 60, Tough Christiane Ong. Number 59, Daniel Wagner. At number 58, Mine Man. With over 70,000 MVP points, Akiyuki Akiyama. At number 56, Aloha to Red Kasami. Number 55, Lakshmi Karulula. Number 54, Rito Nanu. And number 53, Melanie Mariano. Number 52, Andrew Wynn. Ranked 51, Theo Isani. Now, the top 50 MVP Mame Maversa. Number 49, Paul Adeyemi. Number 48, Dad Penn. And number 47, Lorena Rivas. Points, Valiant Gang. Xiao Yi. 44, and Navarro Perez. At 43, Celine Perez. Oldest Omi King. 1, Nadeem Fokal. At 80,000 points, number 40, Julio Martinez Lama. At 39, Vincent Reyes. 38, Paul Igata. 7, Rizalyn Borja. 6, Akasua Aramako. Number 35, Aubrey Troy Buckley. At number 34, Marvel Karen Wynn. 32, Abby Isaac. Waffle Isaiah. At number 22, 90,000 points from Canada, Chorito Tubar. Number 21, Claudia Escobar. Number 20, Shada Park of Hawaii. Number 19, Ning May. 18, Marie Kamalanathan. And over 100,000 empty base points. Number 17, Remy Velasco.
Let's go, keep clapping.
Hitting our top 16 with our new Sapphire Ring Runner, Camilo Franco Pena. Number 15. At rank 14, Edelbert Aluro. Rank 13, Tom Leo Nikitom. At number 12, Vivian Elabo. And at number 11, Kathy Bo.
All right, let's go with top 10. Number 10, 270,000 points in his empty base. Number 9, Tian Wen, 1,000 points in an empty base. Congratulations to their team. Number 8, Eshalama, 120,000 at the empty base. Congratulations. Number 7, Central Committee, 123,000. Congratulations. And number 6, look at beautiful Christina Benito, 125,000. Number 5, Tiara Melaro, 128,000 points. Let's congratulate these individuals. Then we have number 4, Tiago Castillo. 165,000 points. Tiago Ford, number 3, 165,000 points. Number two, let's round it up. Number 2, Whitley, 182,000 points. And ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for number 1 empty base. And that is Joseph Webb, 187,000 points. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations, every one of you. And as I am you are the bottom of every base. And if you're every base is down below on the stage, please make sure that happens for the next event. And you'll become an MC as well. Let's go. I hope you guys can see how many MPs walk across the stage. There'll be a lot more after this evening to declare. Save your seats. There's great Sherry coming up.
Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations. MPs are making a decision.
They got 2 points everyone they do the All right, get on up, stand on your feet, WSB. Let's go ahead and welcome our next very special performance for you by the WSB Shop. He fills your order, gets you all your material, but tonight, he's gonna fill your ears with a song he made from the WSB Shop just for you. Please welcome to the stage, Jay Rory.
Check. WSB, make some noise. How y'all feeling tonight? Glad to hear it. Let's get that music going. Hands up. Now I know we've had some crazy heat these past couple days. But trust me, tell us what you need, tell us what you need. Come and get straight from the source. All you gotta do is double click like it's making it worse. Package right here and we ship it, of course. Yeah, we got what you need, Come and get straight from the source. Package right here and we ship it, of course. Yeah, this is not too soon, worldwide force. Welcome to the shop, not your usual voice forward. Now we switch when you don't know what to look for. Everything you might need first thing. One kid in your convenience. Nice and hungry with the core readers. Customer service like the night in the Four Seasons. We know you need something tangible, so we ship to Canada too. We international. Transcending borders, really more. Your shipment discount is high volume exporters. Here we go, third quarter. Break is open. Focus vice away. You want to take this cover, but now is not the time to stop. Time to maintain for the find the shop. We got books to help man. We can tie the knot. Like the latest shop, make the wrong side. Tell us what you need. Come and get straight from the source. All you gotta do is double click like it's ready to force. Package right here at the sugar, of course. Yeah, we got what you need. Come and get straight from the source. Package right here at the sugar, of course. Yeah, we supply the tools to a worldwide force. From the bottom to the top, no plan to stop. So we made it this far, now we setting up shop. Bottom to the top, no plan to stop. Made it this far, now we setting up shop. From the bottom to the top, no stop. So we made it this far. Now we setting up shop, now we setting up shop. Tell us what you need. Come and get straight. Package right here, and I'm straight to force. Package right here, and I'm straight to force. Yeah, we got what you need. Come and get straight to the source. Package right here, and I'm straight to force. Yeah, we got what you need. We got what you need. Come and get straight to the source. Gotta do is double click like it's ready to force. Package right here, and I'm straight to force. Yeah, we got what you need. Worldwide force. Tell us what you need. Come and get straight from the source. Package right here, ready to ship the course. Yeah, we provide tools to a worldwide force. Thank you. Make some noise. We got Coach up here. We got Alicia. Thank you. So much. I just want to say, I how much I appreciate this opportunity to come out. This is the biggest crowd I've performed in front of yet. So I just want to thank everybody here who's behind the scenes making this possible, giving me the chance to come up here and represent for WSB and home team Gold Street. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Cái này nó quay lên thẳng từ đó nói tới
Hey, Jeremy and Michelle, over 2 million.
wow.
It's a wonderful journey. I may not be the best writer in the world, but we found out the more book delivered to the consumer. And I know a lot of great books in the world, but this one is one of those books that
Bestseller.
we are so proud of the work done by every one of us, especially people behind the scenes, people who work hard to make these things possible to them. So thanks all for the staff. But I have a very important message for you today. And I think this comes about the right time for us to make some breakthrough in the building. But it didn't come at the right moment because one of the biggest challenges we have is how to make the build a new industry, and especially to build a new platform and build a new business. And even though the same content, the inside platform is totally different than the past. We still available for people from one point to the other, but it changed. The moment changed the world, it changed the way we think about car transportation. So now, you know, we are in this part of the and today is still the predominant model in this world. Financial product industry, financial service for a long time, decade or even 100 years. And they do a very good job making good product. Also help a lot of people in this industry make great income. A lot of people become very successful financially working in this industry. And because it's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So there's incredible money into it. So, you know, just like the car industry has, this is an incredible part of every country, whether it's America or Germany or Japan, Korea, and you know, the right passage to many countries to be able to. But the car industry have been changing the perspective But now, in the past 20 years, it's become totally different because I think the future is already here for the car industry. But the electric vehicle has been exist for a long, long time. It's not just about 10, 15 years since Tesla started. It's been around for a long time. But to make it possible, it needs some strength. For our business model, the hang up is that, like I talked earlier on today, we talked about from the days of the captive employee type people moving to become more professional advisor, but they only serve the very small people. Into the expansion breakthrough is 70 to get to the part-time model. And it's have widespread and it's have scale. Because of that new model, the part-timer is, eliminate a lot of old models. The agency system is dying, replacing the part-time. Part-time model, for different reasons, even though they penetrate a lot, but still have a serious business model. And the part-time model, you incredible amount of motivation because when you deal with a very part-time mentality and the extra income mentality, and you deal with people who do not have a level of discipline, and they rely on the multi-level mentality. It's never been recognized as a serious business, and it is. And then and that model is still here. That model is still relying heavily on motivation, selling the dream. Why would you a serious business? You need to sell the dream, right? Let the Torah talk about. Why you need to be motivated? Motivation is only for people uncommitted. When you're committed already, why you need to be motivated? So we have to change this model from. So what we are here is a pressure proofing of the restaurant. There are many people out there without this potential. In fact, I think this is the future. The future is in our hand. Make it or break it is us here. And I know we're going to make it because nobody understands it. Even people understand it, they cannot do it because it's like incredible effort, resilient, especially in leadership. People like us, me, and many leaders here who is totally relentless support this model. We need this model of responsibility, of entrepreneurship. The people who you can count on, which means the people is predictable. You know that you call a phone, 8 o'clock in the morning, somebody pick up the phone. You know that you stop by their office, that office go away. And this, even though the part-time model, whoever responsible and serious, they all become very successful. But in the large scale, if you are an employment of uncommitted people and undisciplined people, the work sometimes very tiresome because it's going to take a toll of a lot of people because no matter how strong you are and how fast you can be, but it's hard to keep pushing and pulling people who are unwilling. And we have to rely so much on the motivation of selling the dream. But what if we get to the understanding what I talked here about become true entrepreneur, and if every one of us gonna work on building an office, a center, building an agency, it doesn't take long. you're going to become very successful. The work will be more predictable, more enjoyable. And the true motivation is you put more energy than motivate people who is unwilling, but you put your energy into doing on a large scale basis. And your energy is going to focus on open new office, and that's where multiplication happens. Today, there's a lot of people too in the industry, especially the part-time model, get to it big. And there's a lot of people branch out and the copy model, I call it candy company model, who try to, within the same part-time activity, try to lure each other and try to sell the company, have better product or better common. But you cannot do anything to give a person a better product or better com or better anything. You can promise anything, but a person who is irresponsible and undisciplined, no matter what they do, they're not going to like the thing. So the answer is not about customer service, the com, but about how you build business in financial industry. I think time is now for us. This is now, this convention, thanks to all the thing happened. This is the first in person we have a chance to be able to launch it. Now I can see 10,000 new office about to be happening. I see that happen. I'm very confident about it. I'm so confident about it. So imagine that you have every single one wake up every day and think about building a business, become an entrepreneur, open an office, become very responsible, become very predictable. What would it be? I mean, I see many people come here because of the employment of irresponsible and unpredictable, and especially very undisciplined. Something that's so simple, and get a license, pick up 7 months. Something that should take about 1 or 2 weeks. I see if you are in the environment of people very, very unpredictable and very slow, everything goes slow. It takes forever to make some money, get licensing. You know, even in the old model, I tell people the way I did. For many of you here is new, but to me, and Alex Chan or Yvonne May, what is not new? The day Yvonne May get a license, I told her, she said, hey, go to get a license, whatever. I told her, go get it off. Yes, sir. Let's get it off. Guess what? She becomes 7 figures. You know, Alex Chan is saying, we expect people license and be out of the business and become responsible. And all these people is 7 figure or multiples of 7 figures. So what I about to tell to you is the future, and but the condition right now is right for us to have a new industry beginning, and we now will give the biggest breakthrough, the booster for you to build multiple locations in a very short period of time, and so fast and so duplicatable, because there is incredible responsibility is available right now. I believe that walk out of this convention, I can see many of you that are going to build 3 MD a month, 5 MD a month. Some are very sharp, going to build 10, 20 MD a month. Okay, so let me start with this for you. The quicker now work. So each office or each agency, the main base shop is a shop, is an office, is a business. Running a base shop just run a restaurant. Somebody in charge. The base shop is not something to the normal people think it's a title, S&D. Base shop to me have everything to do with an entrepreneur who have a very serious business. They have staff and the person go to work every day. Now, so let me talk about if you are that kind of person, here's the best practical, the best business model exists in the world today. Whether you're in Hawaii to Alaska, or whether you're in, Edmonton to Toronto, this thing is one of the most incredible breakthrough in my career of understanding. Sometimes it's so easy when sometimes you are in the game, including people like us, but you may not see. Okay? So I just must give this credit to one of my leader who I work with, and I talked with her in Denver, and she concerned with me, is there any way we're going to make the 2030 faster? So I'll explain that later on. So through that differentiation, I think about and we'll read about that. So I trained some people in Vegas, and here we're going to share to you. And then also after this, I'm going to come back and make sure our team also do it again. On Sunday, I'm going to talk rock fishing team also. I train a good big shop builder of several different high-key in our team in Vegas. But I have a lot more time to be here today because this convention for us is more, not just this breakthrough, but the whole thing. They may have this one, but they don't have the spirit that you have. Because over here, the main thing is about building agency, building office, building outlets. So this is a breakthrough. You know the guideline from the person who just joined. You're a training associate. If you do 330, you become an associate. I can see that. You recruit directly. This thing could be done in 3 days. It could be in 3 weeks. Some people may take 3 months, some people take forever. In fact, many people don't finish in 30 and out of it. You have that kind of situation happen. How about people who put only 1 people and they die out of it? How many people who get 2 people die out of it? By the time they get the 3rd one, the first 2 die out of it. You have that thing. Sometimes people get 3 recruit, but only 2 sell. They also don't make 330 day after this. Sometimes people have 5 sell, but 2 recruit, they still don't make it to 330. You have that. So we come to 330 is supposed to be a simple thing, but different circumstances, it becomes very slow process. You know, but the spirit of this is fast start. The spirit for us is to move this person to become a trainer. Every role needs to become a trainer. A trainer is somebody who is normally become an MD. So what we want people to become MD? But to become MD, you have to have 3 associates. You follow me? So become an associate already difficult. Now you're gonna find
3 people who become associated under you. So that's why we have MD situation. Some people may take them for a long, long time to become MD. My sister come here to tell you, we check microphone. Okay, so instead of right now, instead of 330 by 3 direct and 3 cell, you observe 3 filtrating cell. We have 4 ways. Look at that. The first way is that we already have, right? Look at the second way. Let's say Mr. A don't get 3 direct, but get B and C only. In the past, if you get B and C, two leg, he not become 2/3. Right? Serial number 2, by the first definition, he's not qualified 2/3. The new definition right now, we don't care how it looks. As long as from you down, you have 3 recruit and you have 3 cells. That's all. So number 2 model is that A who have B and C. One of B and C get one more person to become 2/3. Because from A they have B, C, D. Same, this is as good. Is as good. The 3 recruit under A and the 3 cell under A from model number 1 to number 2 make no difference, don't you think? But the way we count the pass is empty 3 direct. The new way to right now, recruit, no. As long as they have 3, that count. Is that correct? But if A only recruit 1, like Mr. B, there's no way with the first situation, A never become 3/30. That don't qualify. And B even gets C and D, he also don't qualify. You see that? But on the serial number 3, A qualified. And B almost qualified. You follow me? B will qualify if C or D get 1 more. Or B get 1 more, right? Is that amazing? So you look to number 1, only A go deep. Number 2, A go deep and B also go deep. B have 1. We need only 2 more. Number 3, better for B because B in number 3 is better than B in number 2 because B in number 3 only need only one more. And number 4, imagine that this thing happened a lot too. A will get B, will get C, and get D. A qualified, B almost qualified. Because B needs 1 more person. Just B get 1 more person directly, he will have 2/3. Or if B have C or D get 1 more. So for B, he have 3 more chance. Imagine B had get 1, he qualified. If C get 1, B will qualify. If D get 1, B also qualify. You follow me? Now C get 1 already. He needs to get 2 more. So it's just amazing right now. As long as from you down, you have 3 recruit and 3 cells. You'll be promoted. So before we have only one way to become associate. Now we have four ways. So it by 4 times easier. I think Alicia also, I need you to go up there and later on show those bubble chart, right? You have it ready. And I was have Alicia go through some bubble chart with the analyze this way, don't you think you have 4 more chance to be able to do it? Everybody say, I can do it, right? Because A can do it, B can do it, C look at A and B say, I can do it too. And D, look at all the 3 people above him. This looks so easy, I can do it too. Cooperative, don't you think the guy, let's go back. Cooperative, let's go back one thing. Don't you think on the number 2, A qualify. Now the trainer and A will tell B, look, you only have 1. Can you just find 1? And I tell D find 1. Number 2. The trainer tell B, hey B, you just get 1 more, and I work with D to get 1 more, you qualify. Is that so doable for B on number 2? Or B, for some reason you cannot do it. Let me work with D. Instead of D get 1, I tell D get 2. You also qualify. You follow me? So don't you think with this model, Mr. B will be more willing to cooperate and say, hey, apply. Trainer, come work with my guy. You follow me? So there is no such thing before people say, oh, you know, why should I tell you to jump down to D? Because I'm not even qualified. But now everything B do, B will qualify. And it's number 3 too. Don't you think A right now qualify and B, don't you think B would pray for apply, can come and help me, just 1 more. And on number 4, everybody, B, C, and D want to cooperate. Is that exciting? So they're willing to get it done. And to me, right now, with that speed, we're going to have momentum. We're going to think about the 3-3-30 going to be the past. I think the future is going to be 2-3-7. Don't you think? So Alicia, go up and share with us about look do some bubble chart. Let me tell you, before we have Y, now this model, beside the Y model, they have 3 other models that will need.
Hello. All right, so we asked the Titanex to set bubble charts every single month. And so I just took a few that I felt that probably most of us can relate to these bubble charts, whether we are SMD and MD or even an associate, right? How can you, your bubble chart might look like this, right? You are really wide, and then, you know, out of all the different personal recruits that you got, whether it took you 1 year or it took you 3 years, but how many typically become 3-3-30 with the current rate being 3-3-30? So let's count together on this bubble chart right here. How many 3-3-30 does this bubble chart have now with the current background? How many of you say 2?
1, 2.
How many of you say 3? Okay, so we have CQ itself that would qualify to 3-3-30, correct? Right, and then we have Cynthia over here that would also qualify as 3-3-30. And then the last one is Vicky here. So, but out of all the recruits, only 3. That is with the current way to do 3 through 30, right? So let's do a legend. Purple is current. Okay? But now let's go to red. And with the new 3 through 30 guideline that Coach just mentioned, now how many 3 through 30 does this bubble chart have? Right? CQ also would still qualify as a 3 through 30, is that right? Cynthia also still qualifies as a 3 through 30, right? Vicky still qualifies as a 3 through 30, correct? Right? But now, all we have to do, right? Even though the number may not change, but now we can talk to this person right here. Right? And what can we say? We can say, hey, all you have to do is 1 here, or 1 here, or 1 here. And this person would become 3 through 30. Is that correct? Right? But how many knew before? Let's just pretend if we go back. This person, even though it's too deep, we have to say no, but we don't promote you until you get too wide. Is that true? With the current guideline. And sometimes they don't see themselves, or they feel, man, we don't promote them, we don't celebrate them, even though they have too deep. And sometimes they quit before you can even get them through 30. True? Right? So this is already, this one right here could be a 3 through 30 with only 1 more anywhere in this slide. Is that awesome? Right? And same thing over here, because it's the same structure, right? We could say, hey, whether it comes from here, it comes from here, or it comes from here, anybody on this list can get 3 through 30, right? And here, so what we can say, you have now before, for this leg, you just say, hey, the only way you go 3 through 30, you have to keep going 2 more. And then guess what? If it takes longer than 30 days, then suddenly one of them drop off because they don't fall within the 30-day period anymore. Is that true? And then they have to keep going more. Unless because they don't hit it within the 30 days. But now, let me ask you, how much more confident would this person feel if we say, hey, you don't only have just one way to become 30 anymore. Yeah, one way you can go is the traditional way, or, right, you can, if you want to just get 1 and Raj gets 1, or Raj gets 1 and gets another 1, or Raj gets 2, any couple of that, you would qualify for 3 through 30. Let me ask you, how many more people would run for MD knowing that they have multiple options to hit 3 through 30? I just only showed you 1 bubble chart. Okay, look at another bubble chart. Okay, how many people qualify for 3 through 30 here?
0.
This is the bubble chart is starting from this person. This is the bubble chart of Ben. So starting, if you count from this person, how many 3 through 30 does Ben have?
So.
I can hear many of you counting. Based on the current guideline, he only has 1. Himself, is that right? But look, here, this is just for illustration purpose. If you're on this bubble chart, I'm just pretending that all of you are training associates for the sake of illustration, okay? But look, this is actually still a good bubble chart. But based on the current guideline, only 1 person gets promoted. But now with the new guideline, let's count in red. Ben still counts as 1. Who else? This one now counts as a 3 through 30. Is that right?
Right.
This one also counts as a 3 through 30. Is that right? Lily also counts as a 3 through 30. Is that awesome? Suddenly, pretend that Ben was not an SMD. Pretend Ben was just an associate. Don't you think Ben will be a lot more? When is he going to finish MD? Is he going to finish a lot faster? Is he getting excited to go on the field every day more? Because suddenly
You only have two associate leg, correct? Right?
Just because we changed the way we count 30.
One more leg, we should have enough for empty.
So, I mean, you know, now that I think everybody's starting to understand now, right? This is another bubble chart and the lead bubble chart here, right? If we look at this bubble chart, who count under current guidelines? Who count this figure 30? And the lead, right? Sundays here and one here. That's it. Just 3. But now, with the new way we would count 30, we still have 3, right? But we can now, how many easier is way to, like same concept earlier I told to all of you. All we have to tell this leg is either get one here, or here, or here. This one can either get it here, or here, or here, right? And Takir can either get it from like this, or like this, or like this. I mean, the possibilities, how many more possibilities now to build so many 30-30s in your team, right? So, coach, you know, I mean, we can keep going on and on and on, but we see so many bubble charts, you know, like this is Alloy's bubble chart here. And, you know, you see that actually Alloy is pretty good at 30-30. You can see Alloy has, you know, himself, he has Melissa, May, Nita, Daisy, Balbir, right? Angel, Echo, and Bart, right? So, Alloy is a very good at promoting 30-30.
Mainly is not qualified.
Huh?
Mainly is not current, another current guy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I saw that. You're right. So, but what I notice a lot of times, coach, is that when trainers or SMEs get stuck, then when they feel that because there's only one way to become 30 and that person slows down, right? You know, in this example right here, you know, this is a leg, very easy to slow down. So if Alan didn't have anywhere to go, then that's when he's going wide, because only one way to become 30 for everybody. But now that there's 4 ways to become 30, look how many more activities that creates in this team, because everybody believes that they can hit 30, especially probably not even take 30 days anymore. You know, like you said, it can take 3 7. So anyways, that's just what I want to share.
You know, this model now, before 30 was more on the Y, but now Y and B. This is incredible that both Y and B work with this model. When you have, normally in the past, if you have 4D, you become an athlete. You have 80, you become an athlete. And right now, D is going to be a very fast speed. So to become an athlete just got easy. So the traditional guideline is on the left side, but with the new guideline, there's a different way to become MD. They all count as associate. Remember that for MD, you only need 3 legs, although it shows 4 different ways. So 4 out of 3. Don't you think we're going to have faster recording? And don't you think that the 330 doesn't matter? The cell count the same way. As from up and down, you have 3 cells. So you don't think that we have recruit explosion and also we have cell explosion, right? Don't you think field training is going to go crazy? Because everybody now loves to come to 330, love to go field training. That's so fast. And also, if you have people under you go so fast, don't you want to get licensed? License is fast. So what do you think about become MD or building MD nowadays? MD should be a 30-day or 60-day project. Is that incredible? How are you here right now? You think that you can become an MD this way, and you build 3 associates like this. You can do it in 30 days or 60 days. How do you think you're gonna do it? Be able to do it. How do you hear the trainer? Wow, look like 2 people raise their hand. Can I put a light up and see who, so I can see you? How are you here? Listen today. Doesn't matter how long you've been before. How long is this? Listen today. You decided, man, I gotta re-qualify MD myself. Whether you're a CEO, how do you think you can do it in 30 days to 60 days? The second one, how you hear, you think if you have somebody in your team and they say they want to build, how you think that you can build that person in 30 to 60 days? All right. Actually, looking at the future, base shop in the future, building a big base shop, getting so much easier nowadays. A big base shop, it pretty much depends on how many MD you have in a month. How many people run for MD? So let's say a base is somebody who will 5 sales a month, which means by recruit and 15,000 points, assuming sales about 3,000. If you have 3 people who run this thing, you're going to have 50 recruit, 45K. I do a simple math. If you are doing 45K, you're gonna be surpassing 6-figure income already. Making, I can see a massive number of people want to go full time because building the base shop, building MD is so much easier. Each month you run about 2-3 MD, you're gonna make a major 6-figure income. If you're medium base and you have 5 MD who do 530, you have 25 recruit and 75K. Here's another major 6-figure income. And if you have 10 people who do 530, you have 50 recruit, 150K. You're gonna be a very, you gotta get toward 7-figure income in the future. So how many MD are you gonna build your base? You know, now think about 3 is so easy, guys. Building 3 MD is so easy. I think some of your base shop right now, Victor, I see many people on your team, man. So many base shop gonna have 20, 30, 50 MD in base. I think about base shop like Rhoda, or a base shop like Landon, or a base shop like Norman, base shop like Dr. Meyer, a base shop like Aneka, that's Johnny Wynn. Think about 30, 40, 50 MD in the bank. Think about how big the base shop in the future, guys. I'm thinking about base shop 200,000 points, 300,000 points, Johnny. Raquel, this is incredible. You cannot let this. The number one problem right now is that how big we can think. How big we think people become MD, because everybody who joined you today, I can see that person becoming an MD within 30 to 60 days. So you recruit, people, why you want to have a big base shop? Because people will not die out of business. The reason people die out of business, you cannot retain them because it's only in their head and say, I don't think I can do it. But the minute people think I can do it, they stay here. So you recruit 30 people and 30 people think that I can do it. They have 30 people run my MD. But I say you recruit 30 people and only 10 of them think that they can do it, then you lose 20 people. Now, the big shop coming. In fact, as it's so hard to be an MD. So when people become SMD, we take an SMD so they have nothing left. I suggest now to become SMD, you should have minimum 2 legs. In fact, I would like you to think about every time a person works with you, you run this thing for them, they should have not only 2 legs, but they have 4 or 5 legs. More than that before become SMD. They still got to give up 1 leg, but before 1 leg they have 0 empty leg left. With a new model right now, I suggest they do 1 leg replacement. They still have several legs back. So when you become an SMD, it's going to be an incredible facial tension. Are you ready for a big explosion?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
I think before you walk, you probably have no idea how big you're going to be. If you walk out, you will see mass. If you have about more or less 20 MD in base, and we do 5-5. Let me do a simple. 20, then 20 MD will do 5 per. If you have 100 per, and you have 100 sales, 300,000 points. Is that correct? 1,000 points. Just a low override. Let's say you so they 20 cents, and if you do yourself, you do some technical training on top of those people because you have so many people in themselves, or yourself in charge of 1 more MD a month yourself. And you do about 40,000 points for that MD. Your contract will bring you another 30,000. You do 1 MD a month, and the rest your team do it. You'll earn $1 million right on the bat. How are you hear me? So, Kevin, too, think about this thing. How wonderful it is to go to the shop tomorrow, Monday, and you know that goodbye, Pam. Don't call me on the Zoom and motivate your team anymore. Landon Ford, you say, I have no time, guy. Don't call me. Because Landon, you're freaking like $1 million chest in your face. How many Mark, $1 million base. Some of you are gonna have other chance run for the money. Certainly, hey Ben, you can do it. Then return a mindset. Okay, I give you like 3 month run, 3 months to 6 month maximum, build 20 MD in the day. You already have all the MD lined up right now, right after this convention. For those of you who come here at this convention with 20 people, why not have 20 people run for MD? And 7 figure right there. Just do the math. Just do the math. 20 MD trainer is a 7-figure earner. So here's the entrepreneur of the future, guys. One of the biggest secrets of the base shop is that you have a confidence of the base shop. You wake up, you already know, exactly how to make the 7-figure earner. I looked at Michelle how much is saying that Michelle probably a million just it's too easy for them. But the beauty right now, like Michelle organization, she's probably gonna have several other people who base shop gonna bring them. Just base shop alone gonna bring. Some people gonna make 1 million, some will make a half million, some people gonna make 3/4 million. Then do some calculation. So when you are a base shop builder and you wake up and you look at your own base shop over chart and you see possible. And every month you know exactly, I have 10 guys running this month, I have 6 guys running this month, or whatever. And whoever runs create more MD. You know when the guy runs it, he have leg wide and he go down faster and faster. So it will be a recruiting machine and solution machine and duplication machine and filtering machine and licensing machine. Don't you think it's so fun to be in control? I try to you to manage your vision now. Because when we introduced this thing, Alicia talked with you yesterday about this Frankfurt scale. You try to figure out the mechanical, try to absorb, and you know, so many ways to do this thing. So we have 4 ways, right? Look at 4 ways to become associate. And each associate have 4, but you need only 3. Associate become MD. So 4 times easier per leg. 3 legs is 12 times. 12 times easier. Go back one. Go back one more. So 12 times faster become MD. 12 times faster become MD. So an MD before, it takes like 6 months, 12 times faster. Oh, but it's just a matter of weeks, right? You should be MD in weeks. So the new reality for people like you, Kevin, is
you have freedom. Right now, you can control exactly. You can build, you can control your income because everybody you walk down, who you walk with right now is a potential. You think about, you don't think this guy, I gotta get him to 230 because get 3 legs, I should say it's so easy for this guy. Sometimes just 1 leg can have, 3 MD already. Now, so if each one gonna bring 3 people under them, even you need of that, gonna give you why and go deep, and then you go deep and fight together. How you feel? How you catch that? Johnny, where? Yeah, you have to make a shot. Oh, by the way, if you do a million formation, that's all you're right. This time I spoke. Hey, can I wish I can suggest something, who had a chance to share like you. But tell me, what in your head and about what you just said? Make it short and sweet. What is your vision about it? And think about your high mansion right now. High right now. Don't you think, well, I think about your high think about Alex Flores. Does Alex Flores have a chance to be around? Or he gonna talk about it first? But I'm closing the mic. Can we have the mic open? The podium. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Always, every time we go to probation or even have great ideas and strategy for launch. We had a campaign intro, we introduced them. That's amazingly change our business direction where to go. And now here we go again. He came up with one of the most profound, building strategy. That's why I see 3330 is the foundation of our business. Where I see all of us who come here, that yes, we look forward to the new campaign, the 3330, and Emily. So that's why our business, my organization right now, we focus on 3330. We do allow them and market that. In my vision, right now, I have two marketing directors. In the whole island, we have 75 marketing. That's why now I'm seeing just this new is now the new industry. That's how I look at it. So with this, I know I can do $1 million organization just so easy because we know where to focus. We know my leaders, I myself, where to focus is how fast we complete. So 3-3-30, once we bring a new campaigners, we have 4 ways to 3-3. Now the challenge was when one person would do 2 and another leg 2. Now we start there and the guy out at the middle of the process. But right here, the way I see it, any recruit they come, when we help them in one way or the other, they finish their 3-3-30, they are on the way to become marketing director. When you become the marketing director, that means we have the outlet, we have the distribution franchise. We are building out this because our organization is based on how many marketing directors build at the end of the day. That's why we are building a marketing director factory. So now I can tell you, coach, this is incredible strategy. Me and my organization, we are here to open up office in most locations. That's we just opened a new office in Minnesota. We have our organization, we have 41 states, minimum 3 campaigners. We have our presence in 41 states. Can you imagine in these 41 states? We build one MD, one SMD, and start opening offices.
My mind, please. You know, if you open one office, and even you work scenario, each month, an office somewhere, you build 1 MD a month. You talk about 1 MD a month, you talk about 40,000 points. Don't you think you support the office? So that I can see massive explosion and massive people gonna go full time, massive people will open office and so on.
Yes. Yeah, that's why now our ultimate focus is building a new financial center. Our financial center is our franchise. Our financial education is our strategy. That's how I look at it. I'm not counting how many leaders I have, but how many financial centers we're going to have in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. So I can see that every state in America, we're going to have a financial center that can educate our community and build a big organization as fast as we can.
All right.
That's why how I look at it. Thank you so much, Cody. Amazing.
Hey, I'm Kevin from Atlanta. You know, when I'm listening to head coach talk about this, I saw this yesterday and then I thought about it, and today I see that again. And I wrote down a bunch of stuff when coach talk. Number one, you talk about freedom, right? When I'm looking at this, help our team promote fast, very fast, because 3-3-30, very fast, right? Create teamwork too. So I have someone that coming into the business, and next thing they find out that it's not only them go 3 wide, but that team go down. Anything that go down is